Hi, Brian. Hey, did I miss Dad? Is he still here?
Oh, if he were here, that would mean he brought Mary Margaret home within 3 hours of when we agreed.
He probably just wanted to spend a little extra time with her. I mean, he's been on the road. It's got to be tough for him.
Your father loves being on the road. He loved it when he played ball. He loved it when he sold boats. He loves it selling beer. The road is his mistress.
I thought that was Audrey.
When he picked Mary Margaret up, did he mention the poem I faxed him?
You faxed him a poem?
We had office equipment day on Tuesday, and they showed us how to work Xeroxes and fax machines, just in case we don't get our dream jobs, or don't become nuns. Anyway, I faxed Dad a poem, and I never heard back.
You know, maybe it's not his fault. You know, maybe you got the wrong fax number. Could I see it?
Yeah.
All right. That is so typical of your... Never mind.
Mom, you're allowed to be angry.
Yes, but as a responsible parent, I've got to bury that anger. I've got to bury it until my hair falls out in clumps and I'm chugging Maalox out of a paper bag.
Look, you have every right to feel hurt and disappointed and betrayed.
What did he do to you?
Checkman Trucking said they'd give me a job, all right? As soon as they checked my references, which were Father Coyle and Dad. Well, then suddenly I didn't get the job. And Father Coyle swore on a statue of the Blessed Virgin Mary that he gave me a good recommendation. So it seems... I can't even finish the thought. It's like...
I'm gonna pour me a Maalox. You want to join me?
Here it is. It's a Japanese haiku I wrote in English class about Dad. I grow beside you. The tree protects its seedling. Love falls like dark shade.
That's beautiful. Maybe he didn't get it.
No, I checked the fax number. It was right.
No, honey, what I mean is maybe he didn't get it. You know, your father doesn't understand any poem that doesn't have the word Nantucket in it.
Maybe he's just been really busy lately.
Look, kids, my relationship with your father is pretty much over. But you two have a future with him. You have to tell him how you feel when he hurts you like this. Don't pretend there's nothing wrong.
I know, you're right.
We will.
Hey, kids!
Hey!
The promise is so good. The feeling that the sky might open right up. And my eyes are bigger than the full moon. I see a possibility in trying on size. And it's so scary, confusing. But I might be losing. But I'm willing and hoping for a surprise between the promise and the prize.
Guys, you want to see a cool present Dad gave me? It's a kitty beer mug. Whatever you pour into it, you get a head on it.
Okay, kiddo, time for bed. Let's go. You can enjoy a tall, frosty one with breakfast.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too, Jack. You look great.
Thanks. Oh, hey, you look great, too. Kind of windblown, but in a nice way.
If anyone needs me, I'll be in the kitchen. Kids, talk to him now.
Brian, I brought you a pocket calendar. It's a new mascot on it. Spuds the dog is gone.
Spuds is gone?
Yeah, he was doing a commercial and he got crushed by a Clydesdale.
Did you ever hear from Sheckman Trucking? Because, well, I gave your name as a reference and, well, I didn't get the job and I just kind of wondered what you said to them.
Hey, you're my son. I gave them an honest, straightforward recommendation for you.
Dad, why?
No, I told them good stuff.
Oh, thanks, man. Wait till I get my hands on that Father Coyle.
Hey, where's my 16 and under champion of Southern California, huh? Oh, wow, is that the trophy? Oh, whoa. You know, from the first day I put a racket in your hands, I knew you had it. Though some people confused my nurturing with pushing. You're working with Lou De La Rosa, huh? That's something. How often do you work with him?
Every weekend.
Great. Hey, how about I drive you down next weekend? Is that okay with you, Sparky?
It's in the divorce papers. You can never call me that again. And yes, it's fine with me. The big tree should shadow the little tree. Its love should protect the little seedling.
Have you started,
I'm talking about the fax Angela sent you.
Oh, geez, I flaked. Bonehead Department, Jack Doolan speaking.
That's an 800 number.
Mom, it's okay.
No, I was going to answer it. Then his client called, you know, and I just got all...
Dad, don't worry about it. It was only 17 syllables. Nothing rhymed.
Oh, good. I thought I was reading it wrong. So we're all set for this weekend?
Right.
Listen, Father Coyle, I want you to level with me about this trucking thing. Oh, sure you have to give the last rites to Mrs. Pantowski. How very convenient for you.
Angela, are you willing to take a chance at looking stupid for a while so that you could look great later on?
No, sir, I'm not.
That's the wrong answer. What I'm trying to say is, I'm gonna be switching you from a two-handed backhand to a one-handed backhand. I know that look. You're feeling confident and challenged, aren't you?
No, sir.
Let me help you out here. When I ask a question, you're supposed to say, yes, Coach Lou. Now, come on. Grab that racket while you're full of determination, and let's do it. You're gonna reach a lot more balls this way. You'll see. When you take it back, and then down the line and out, not up.
All right.
Down the line and out, not
Stay
up.
loose, don't tense up.
I swear to God, I'm gonna have that fence electrified.
Coach Lou.
Hey, buddy, how would you like it if I came down to where you work and stood around yammering while you made fries?
Coach Lou, this is my dad.
What? Really? You think we got off on the wrong foot? Lou Della Rosa.
Jack Doolan.
Nice to meet you, Jack.
Nice to meet you, Lou. Hey, let me give you something. I get these free from a guy. Light up nail clippers. You can use them at night, right in bed.
Oh, thanks, but I have somebody who does that for me. Well, it's nice we got off on the right foot. We got work to do.
Okay. You know, Coach Lou, you and my dad have a lot in common. Dad's an athlete, too.
Really? You play a little tennis, did you, Jack?
I played some minor league ball.
Keep telling myself I gotta go to one of those minor league games. Hey, it was good chatting with you. Let's get back to work, Angela. You like nachos, Jack?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you head on over to the snack shack and tell him Lou said you were totally comped, but nothing off the third shelf.
Look, one thing. Look, you and I both know how good she is, but how good do you think she really is?
Well, I got a late start with her. But if she catches every break, she's gonna be as good as they get.
Really?
Really?
Hey, Dad, don't forget to ask Lou about tomorrow.
What about tomorrow?
We want to leave a little early. We're going to SeaWorld to see Shamu's Wild West Spectacular.
That's great. You're gonna spend a day at SeaWorld. You'll probably run into Jennifer Capriati or Steffi Graf. I'd like to go with you, but I'll be roaming these empty courts looking for somebody to train.
I think we can turn this into a win-win situation. Angela, why can't we spend time together while you work with Coach Lou? We can spend our 3 days right here.
Finally, a Doolan I can talk to.
Well, that's like win, kind of disappointed.
Hey, every minute you spend down here is gonna pay off big later.
Jack, my hero. I need all the time I can get with her. I'm getting rid of that two-handed backhand.
No, I think we should stay with the two-handed backhand.
Jack, I don't think we should disagree in front of the KID.
I think we can include it.
Jack, look, you and I are equal partners in this. I'm gonna do my ridiculous coaching act, and you're gonna make it look like I'm completely in charge. Now, you'll know what to say, but let me give you a hint. I'll say something and you'll remark, no wonder they call him a genius. Or, you did it again, Lou. Or, I call myself a man.
Good. Angela, come here. I got a great idea. Lou's just been telling me how things work around here. I am going to quit the road and spend all my time as your manager. From now on, Lou, when she's here, I'll be here, and you report to me.
You're gonna manage her?
No wonder they call him a genius.
Dad puts his mustard on the top and his cheese on the bottom, too.
So?
So? Don't you get it? Dad likes cheese and mustard. You like cheese and mustard? It's like a fairy tale.
You see it that way, Mary Margaret. The way I see it is, we're out of mayo.
Hi. Hey, cheese and mustard. Dad loves that.
Where you been?
Sheckman Trucking. The secretary isn't supposed to show you references, but I was very persuasive.
What'd you say to her?
I didn't. I banged my head against her desk until she caved in. Actually, I'm still a little buzzed. But just look what he wrote after untapped human potential. You may not want to hire the Brian that is for the job, but I highly recommend the Brian that could be. Father Coyle wrote a brilliant recommendation. I mean, at least he had the decency to lie.
Hi!
Hey, everybody!
We're back!
I have an announcement to make.
Can I talk to you about something first?
Just a second, Brian.
No! Whoa.
Yes, you said it. Go ahead, Brian.
Here, Daddy.
This letter I wrote to Sheckman Trucking. Untapped potential. The Brian that could be. This is great stuff. Hey, you want me to call him?
No, you've done enough already.
Oh, good. Listen up, everybody. I am going to manage Angela's tennis career.
What are you talking about? You're on the road 8 months a year.
I'll get a desk job at the home office. That way I can be here for Angela full time.
Yay! Daddy's moving home! Daddy's moving home!
Honey, let me talk to you for a second.
Mom, I know what you're gonna say. Sometimes adults just can't get along. Mommy's still mommy, daddy's still daddy, and it just didn't work out. It's not my fault. I'll just go upstairs. Do you mind if I read myself a story? I'll go tuck myself in.
Thanks, honey. I feel a lot better. Angela, would you come in here for a minute, please?
What?
Tell me the truth. Do you really think having your dad manage you is a good idea? Because if you're afraid to tell him, I'll go right back in
Mom,
there
why
and
do
I'll
you
tell
always have to do this? Dad is willing to rearrange his entire life to be with me, and I don't want to argue with you about it.
This is not an argument.
Then why can't you just leave it alone? Why can't you ever leave it alone? You can just leave it alone.
Let me guess. You want me to leave it alone?
Sure, just make fun of me. But this is gonna work out great because Coach Lou knows so much about tennis and Dad knows so much about managing from being a beer salesman. So speaking for myself, I'm really pretty excited about this.
Hey, Angela. You're filling out your diary, huh? You just put down for me, at the age of 20, I finally stood up to Dad, and he didn't even notice.
Got it.
Why did you get so mad at Mom?
Oh, I don't know. She just ruins everything. Besides, it's a lot easier to get mad at her than it is at Dad. I mean, at least with Mom, you know whatever you say, she'll still be there in the morning.
Hey, Mary Margaret, where are you going?
Usually when people start talking like this, they tell me to leave the room.
No, hey. This concerns all of us. You should stay.
You mean it? I can stay? Happy birthday to me.
Anyway, I know what you mean about Dad. It's like, Dad's great as long as you only tell him good news. He's the good news parent.
Exactly. And Mom's the bad news parent. She loves it when there's bad news. She shines when there's bad news.
You gotta love her. You really want Dad to be your manager?
No. But until I get the guts to tell him, I'll just enjoy all the attention. You want to say something, Mary Margaret?
No, I'm just so glad you included me.
This is going to be great for all of us, don't you think?
God help you if you are suddenly paying all this attention to Angela just because the tennis is taking off.
You're looking for an argument.
No, I'm looking for a way to stop you from doing this. This is going to be rotten for Angela.
Our whole marriage is coming back to me. It was like college. Great sex at night, bad lectures during the day.
I'm not letting you do this.
You can't stop me. Angela wants me to do this, so I'm going to do it.
Nolan! I know what you're thinking. From here to eternity.
What's that supposed to mean?
You don't know that movie? Oh, it's great. It's about this sexually repressed woman who's set free when she sleeps with Burt Lancaster on the beach. I don't know why I thought of that.
You, always go for a swim this late at night?
Nah, usually I just troll around out there until I see a woman come to my door.
Before you get the wrong idea, I was just in the car passing by. Actually, I drove 4 hours to get here.
It's a 2-hour trip.
I know I turned around and started back a couple of times.
You must be dizzy. You want a beer?
No, please, nothing tonight that reminds me of my ex-husband.
How about some tequila?
No, that reminds me of him, too. You know, the little worm. What a life you have here. Where's the cocktail waitress in the grass skirt?
Oh, Tatani gets Mondays off. Sit down.
Sometimes I wish I had a place on the beach with only myself to worry about.
That's not as good as it looks. My mother got a hold of the address.
Must be nice. Sitting out here without your shirt on, drinking a beer.
You think it's so nice? Give it a whirl.
The reason I came here is I want you to do something for me. You gotta stop Jack from being her manager. Now, if I try, I'm just gonna muddy things. I'm gonna make things worse. You're her tennis coach. It's bad for her tennis. It's bad for her life.
I know these tennis fathers. They shouldn't have the net on the court. They should have it over them. I don't think there's anything you and I can do. We just have to wait them out.
Trust me, it could be a very, very long wait.
Look at how tense you are. May I,
No.
I'm very good at this. I promise not to touch any of the 6 secret spots I know.
And I promise not to respond if you do.
Number 4. You know, it doesn't do you any good to be racing up and down the coast visiting sexy guys.
That's it. I'm done. That was very nice.
You gotta be patient. Time takes care of everything. You know, when I was a kid, my mother and her sister Rose used to have this thing where if one of them had a problem, they would alternate nights worrying about it. Mom would take the night off, and Aunt Rose would walk the floor with Mom's problem. And then they'd trade off. It actually helps. Let me do this for you. You take the next few weeks off, and I'll worry about Angela and her dad.
Thanks.
Yeah, I don't know that it's gonna work. Eventually, it's gotta be Angela's call.
Now, I better know what you're thinking. Wouldn't it be nice to take a little dip with Coach Lou?
Oh, please. You actually think I was gonna strip down to my birthday suit and go in the ocean?
I wasn't thinking about the ocean.
Is that a jacuzzi or hell?
On a good night, it's both. Spot any whales yet, Jack?
That two-handed backhand's looking good.
So you like what's going on around here, do you?
Oh, yeah. Well, you could use a little more cheese on the nachos.
I love talking to you, but I think we should focus on Angela's game. I think she would reach a lot more balls if she had this one-handed backhand. Now, I've been videotaping her. I have it on the...
Let me stop you right there. I don't need your tapes. I go with my instincts.
Spoken like a true minor leaguer.
You know, while we're talking, we have a few adjustments we'd like to make.
Oh, good.
Yeah, well, for instance, if you could practice up at our place, we could get in a little more one-on-one without the distraction of all the other kids here at the academy.
Good idea. Forget the paying kids.
And you gotta can your publicist. I got a guy who can make a bottle of beer look like champagne.
Jack, somebody's life is flashing before my eyes, and it ain't mine, pal.
What are you saying?
I quit. I can't coach bad. It's like asking me to look ugly.
Coach Lou, you can't quit. Can't we do something? Can't we work this out?
I don't think so, kid. Nothing personal. Just business, right, Jackson?
Hey, it'll be okay.
No, it won't.
What do you mean?
It's just that... Dad, I mean... Wait a minute.
Don't worry, we can get another coach.
No, I just have some things to say.
What? What is it?
Well, give me a minute. I got 4 years of notes here. Missed the father-daughter banquet. Oh, that's going back too far. Joke card for my birthday. Not the real issue. Recent. Go recent. Ooh. Okay. Here we go. If my father tells me we're going to spend a day at SeaWorld, I want to spend a day at SeaWorld. And I don't want my dad to drop out of sight for 2 months, then show up with presents and expect everything to be okay. And if I send my dad a fax with a poem in it, I want him to at least pick up the phone and tell me he got it. And the next time he feels like fighting with Mom...
Honey, why don't I just read this? And when I'm done, we're square.
There's one that's not in here yet. I don't want you to manage me, Dad. I want Lou as my coach.
Whoa. Didn't see that one coming. Your mother must have been working on you.
She hasn't. These are my thoughts, Dad, and welcome to them. Just please don't be mad at me. And please don't stop seeing me.
Okay. What about all the plans I have for you?
I'd still love to do the ones that don't involve tennis.
So it's Lou over me, huh?
If it makes you feel any better, I think Lou would make a lousy father.
I know 12 women who would disagree with that.
Okay, I guess it's settled. Lou's your coach. Hey, at 6 o'clock Sunday night, you're out of here. We're going to SeaWorld.
Oh, great.
Nice baby.
Hey, Dad, you know, if you want to teach me something, I'd love to learn how to drive.
You're on. Hey, we can start out here in the parking lot.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, honey. How's it going?
Oh, everything's great. Practice was great. Coach Lou is great. Dad's not my manager anymore.
What happened?
Nothing. Everything worked out fine. Oh, yeah, Dad let me drive all the way home.
Don't look at me. I just live here.